like comparatively to Kazakhstan?
I feel scared in Paris and Barcelona than here, you know.
I love the city vibes.
We have friends like from Europe, and then they married Chinese women.
Hey guys, everyone, welcome back. This is our special episode on Jetil podcast. We're doing outdoors today at Ayusai, one of the most beautiful sightseeings here in Almaty. Special thanks to Almaty Visit for providing this opportunity to shoot this episode. As usual, let me introduce our guests.
You know, Kung Fu Master and all that. Yeah. Well, shout out to Visit Almaty. This is a special one. So let's welcome our guests from Indonesia.
Yeah.
Biggest country in the Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Yep.
The most populated country.
Yeah.
at the
Amelia
Southeast Asia.
and Christina.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome guys.
How are you girls?
Thank
You
you.
good?
You're good?
We are
Yes.
very great.
That's cool. That's cool. Bro, how you been doing? I know you've been visiting China recently.
Yeah, man.
How's it?
Yeah, it's been crazy. 22 days,
Yeah.
7 cities, 2 kids and a
Wow.
wife and 4 suitcases.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm here for a while now.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, so
so
you're a nomadic?
me, I'm nomadic. Well, yeah, I'm Kazakh, so
Yeah.
that's you know,
That's in
we're
the
lucky
blood.
to, and you know, we ended up with this large piece of land in the middle of Central Asia.
That's why we're having a biggest heritage here, so that we have to carry on with, you know, kind of. So you've been staying here for how many days already?
Okay.
For me, it start from the 7th.
Yeah.
So it's been 8, 9, 10,
Almost five,
5
6 days.
5
right?
days.
That's cool.
Yeah, 4 days for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go?
Well, we've been around the city, and so we have a city tour around all the monument place. And we've been out of town as well to study, to visit the lakes and the canyon, which is gorgeous.
Mhm.
Yes.
And yeah, we're back in the city today.
Yeah, that's cool. I think we forgot to introduce our guests first. Like, what do they do? You know,
Yeah.
what is their occupation, and so on. Christina and
Delia.
Delia.
could you like tell us what do you exactly do? Like, just in short.
Okay, Delia, you can go.
Delia.
Okay. Hi, I'm Delia. You can find me on social media. It's at Nomadic. So I am basically just a travel influencer, and I'm also a mom.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a 5 months old baby.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
I think at very beginning
Mhm.
I was so a dilemma
Mhm.
to accept the invitation because I have to leave my baby, which is I've never leave her before.
Mhm.
But then I accept the invitation. Then I come here.
You can miss the chance.
Yeah,
Since you're a nomad,
I
you know.
have. I made the right decision.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's all. Well, I've been 3 days exploring the city, but it's all amazing destination we had. We had a great moment.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's
amazing.
always nice to hear that foreigners get impressed with the views, with the sightseeing, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Christina.
Yeah, so I'm Christina Tan, and I've been living nomad as well for the past 10 years because I'm a travel influencer and content creator, also a photographer.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I've been doing this for more than 10 years. So like 8 months in the year, I'll be out overseas. And actually, I'm very specific in the luxury travel market and very specific in the destination and the hotel luxury 5-star.
Wow.
So, but this is like a dream come true because it's my first time in Central Asia. And actually, I was invited before in Uzbekistan, like before the pandemic, but I missed it because of some reason. So when I got the email from a Zhanar and the company, I was like excited, super excited. But of course, I have checked, whether it's a scam or not. There's a lot of invitation.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's very
There's a lot
important
of scams.
nowadays. And but then, yeah, I checked it out, everything, and I accepted. And I'm so glad I did because
Amazing.
this is truly, truly beyond my expectation. I mean, I have no expectation at all, and I have no clue about this country all about.
Yeah.
So when I first arrived, I was like, my goodness, this is something like a Tokyo, New York, Jakarta, Singapore, Bali combined. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like whatever
Well,
it
that's
is,
an
really
interesting way of
super
putting it.
impressive.
That's
And the state of the safeness that I feel as a solo female traveler, it's like so beyond, imagination also.
Expectation.
And yeah, I mean, the friendliness of the locals and also the variety of the offer from the, the sightseeing, the tourism, also the food, everything is like super.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real nice to hear.
That's mad.
Like in general, how many countries you've been to? Like,
We just talked about this morning, and I counted, I think it's like 46 countries.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, but then
impressive.
I did that because I don't like go to one country and I claim that I've been to that country because I always go back and forth to visit, several regions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like Switzerland and Italy is my favorites, but probably now
Wow.
Kazakhstan will be mine.
And top,
Yeah, who knows?
top 3, top 5 list, probably?
Yeah,
That's
yes,
cool. Wow.
honestly.
I always argue with people who say I've been to a country saying that they were just transferring in the airport and then they're like, I visited that country, or like staying a day in a country. It doesn't consider you being.
And even when I see the map, then I put myself there, and it's so surreal that I'm here
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like,
In the Sati village.
I mean,
We didn't exist before.
then I think this Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan is well deserved to be put in the world map, to be for travelers and all the visitors, because it offer a lot of things, rather than those mainstream destinations, such as, what I mean, you've been traveling as well. So, yeah.
Well, I will say that we don't cherish what we have, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
actually-
don't know if it's real or not, but people come and then they say, wow, it's like this
Actually,
country is
I
truly
don't
amazing.
really want to share with it because then
Yeah.
I'm afraid there's going to be a tourism flux coming.
That's what
Yeah.
I always
That's
think.
cool.
So,
But that's true. I mean, I've been talking to some people recently, some Americans, and they were like, we don't really want to promote Kazakhstan because if a lot of people start coming here, like
Yeah.
we start losing this, exclusiveness of the city,
the
exclusiveness of
authenticity and
Yeah.
the...
Yeah,
It
but
is, yeah.
What do you guys think?
And believe it or not, this is my first time also flying Uzbekistan Air coming here because I have no choice from Middle East because I come from Indonesia, right? And I thought, oh my God, what kind of plane is this? I travel Qatar, SQ all the time. And I was like, okay, let me just try.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it's like, again.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's very clean, very, very nice.
Very
and very
peaceful.
smooth.
We try.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
peaceful. I think Kazakhstan is your best destination to something like a quality time for honeymoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
For if you want to run away from the bustle of the city, you should visit Almaty.
Yeah.
How
Almaty,
about the
exactly.
service? What do you think of the service that we provide here?
The
Like, are you
service.
even going places?
The service,
Yeah, honest answer. It's all good.
it's all they all the Zhanar, Miras, and everyone Ali, they are take care of us very good. They look after us. They is very friendly. I think the people here everywhere. When I just came, I have one day free time and I try to explore the city by myself.
yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, by myself.
Shops and stuff, the hotel staff.
Yeah, the hotel staff and everyone in the road, like strangers. I ask a lot to them because I don't know where to go, I don't know anything. I don't have idea about the city, but they are very friendly. Even when they don't know they don't speak English. They put an effort, like they make a translation. Like everyone's so nice. I love the city vibes.
Yeah.
It's very peaceful, and the food.
And the food.
You like
And the
sea-
food.
Yeah.
All right.
You know
Yes.
what's interesting is that you just mentioned the thing about to get rid of this city bustle and so on.
Yeah.
Jakarta and like Indonesia itself is pretty overpopulated and overcrowded.
Yeah,
country.
very.
Yeah.
And traffic is so bad.
What about the
Stressful.
tourists there? Are there a lot of tourists in Indonesia?
Yes,
In your
but
opinion?
mostly they don't come to Jakarta. They come to other region like Bali. Yeah, I have to make it clear because because some people tourists know Bali but they don't know Indonesia. I've been to Bali, but I haven't been to Indonesia. Wow, Bali is Indonesia. It's in Indonesia.
Yeah, it's a huge country as well.
Yeah,
So, but Bali is so good, and the infrastructure, I mean, I've been all around the world, Caribbean, this and then Mexico. I mean, Bali, I think I'm glad I'm Indonesian as well because the setting standard is very high,
Yeah.
in terms of hospitality, tourism. But here also, even though, like Delia said, even though English is not widely spoken, but you can feel, the warmth and
Intention.
Yeah, intention
Yeah.
from the people, from the staff, the hotel, from the whatever it is, the tour, the locals even. I never feel such I feel scared in Paris and Barcelona than here,
we feel home.
Yeah, I mean, it's so totally, very pleasing,
Feel home.
yeah, safe and stuff.
Yeah, the people here are just quite similar with ours.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
They are
mean the
warm.
mentality, the
the
Yeah.
warmness, the friendliness.
Yes.
Yeah,
probably
We are also like that.
helpful. Yeah,
It's probably the
Yeah.
Asian roots we have.
I think so.
yeah.
Oh, speaking about that, also for me, I mean, I cannot accept, this the diversity here. Like I can see the face is very Asian, Chinese, Mongolian, but then you guys are Muslim, but yet you are ex-USSR. I mean, it's so interesting.
We like
Yeah.
to confuse people. Because that's what we like to do here. It's
It's
really
super,
weird
yeah.
because, like you said, you see an Asian person.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then, so
Speaking
like,
Russian.
Yeah, we have,
Yeah.
we kind of related to all the
Muslim
Asians.
roots.
We have this, Asian hospitality or respect
Yeah.
elders and stuff. So we have cultural similarity with the Asians, and then we speak Russian. So we totally understand the whole the
Yeah.
ex-Soviet Union
Countries,
regions, culture and traditions and the way of living. Like it's very similar. And then we have religious ties to the whole different region
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
the same religion.
Yeah.
And then there's another culture. So like we totally mixed up. But then if you look at how we live, I mean the Kazakh, the traditional way of the food and living and the yurts and stuff, very similar to Mongolians, which have no blood relations, at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like to confuse. So you probably be
Yeah.
confused.
If I meet you on the street somewhere, I wouldn't guess where you come from. Yeah.
Well, overseas, we'll see we have a lot of foreign friends. So he lived in Japan, I lived in China. We have friends like from Europe, and then they married Chinese women, and they have kids. All of them look like Kazakhs.
Look like Qazaq.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
a Chinese person marries a foreigner, they'll have Kazakhs.
You're right. Yeah, you're
Because
right.
it's mix
Yeah,
of
it makes sense.
everything.
Yeah.
You can also
Like a
get
salad.
a very. She looks Kazakh also.
Yeah.
Ah, do I?
Yes, you do. You could
But
check
my
them
nose
out.
is not pointy.
Yeah. And speaking about the tourist spot points also, I feel like it's super, super well designed aesthetically and also very beautiful and very, because I've been to Georgia and I'm not saying like I'm comparing or letting them down, but this is like so much better than when I was there, like going to the canyon, to the lake, and there's a proper, rest area, restroom, this and that, and it's so clean.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very
Christina,
impressive.
what do you think we should improve?
What do I think?
Okay.
Traveler, you've been traveling for more than 10 years. So what would you, suggest?
By the way,
us?
how many countries you been to?
46.
46?
Wow.
Yeah.
And in Delhi, you've been?
Only 9 with Kazakhstan.
Well, that's good.
9 with Qazaq.
Also impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what
What will
we should-
be? First
You
thing I
first.
think maybe
Okay.
to generalize speaking English in certain area because it's very important. Also the sign and What else?
agree with that.
Just what I
Suggestion.
thought.
Have you had a chance to take a walk tour inside the city, maybe?
We did, yeah, but with a
Oh,
car.
we did at the
With a
day
car,
one.
yeah.
You should definitely
Okay.
try once if you're
I
gonna
want to
have
try the
chance.
metro and stuff.
Yeah, like
yeah.
the public transport, like
Yeah,
and to see
yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
observe.
obviously yours is so much better. I mean, I can
Yeah.
like I compared things with this rundown subway in London. I was like oh my god, this is like so different, you know.
You know,
You guys,
yeah.
you took subway in Almaty?
I haven't. We will.
haven't.
We will.
We will.
try.
Yeah, we should take a
soon.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Mm,
yeah, sorry. I mean, like I think you guys have to diverse because there's a lot of tourism.
Yeah.
Segments, right?
Mhm.
Adventure, backpackers, luxurious, you know. So I think you should accommodate those, all of them.
Okay.
Like because it's gonna be there's a huge potential here,
Yeah.
and you should grab every single, you know.
All of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The hikers. and all.
Yes, hikers for
Mhm,
mountain.
mhm,
Like this is something like everyone do in, let's say, in Europe as well. And yeah,
What about the prices? This is the most interesting part because she just mentioned that she's been to Switzerland
it's super.
and like comparatively to European
Oh God,
countries. well,
yeah, it's
that's
like you can 1 month here, probably just like 4 days there. It's like so. This is
month.
very very
affordable.
affordable and very attractive, you know, especially the Asian countries neighborhood. Because and then with that service, with that kind of level, that probably here I stay in the 4-star hotel, that I wouldn't be able to afford it in like in the States, for example. For a $50 hotel, I will get such a I don't know.
So you're satisfied with the prices here?
So yes, very satisfied, and yeah, with satisfied in a way with the exclusivity and the quality that I receive. Yes.
How do people say that quality equals price? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, or price equals quality.
But don't quote me. Don't increase the rate.
Yeah.
Because
Do
yeah.
you think,
I think
our
this is-
country's name is also confusing?
why?
Well, I mean, do you think that like the Kazakhstan, the stand at the end, do you think that's kind of confusing?
For people who doesn't, like it can be confusing because
What did you imagine when you first heard Kazakhstan?
Have you ever tried to search?
I was thinking like
I was thinking like desert,
Pakistan, Afghanistan.
desert, yeah,
Sahara.
Sahara, yeah.
Oh, you think like
I
that?
was thinking like that,
Maybe,
yeah.
What do I
But then I come,
I
then it's
totally blank
totally,
on me. Yeah.
opposite.
We have a little piece of Sahara here in Kazakhstan. Also,
Oh, really?
Nearby Almaty, actually.
Which
Shit.
one?
Dune. The little dune.
The dune?
Next to, capture, yeah.
Altnemen, if you ever,
No, we
if you're
didn't
gonna
go.
have a chance, this is like.
I don't know if it's a good time to visit now, but I think during the summertime they make a lot of these wedding pictures, photos and stuff they take.
But it must be very hot, right? In the summer.
Sahara.
Yeah,
That would be
summertimes.
interesting.
How many Celsius? How
35,
hot?
30,
35.
30, 35. And we have
Burnt.
like pretty high UV also
Yeah.
during the summertimes.
Hmm.
You'll get pretty dark, but it's not like that. It's not like that. This you go to Bali, you go to the beach, you'll
for-
get like really
yeah.
good tan.
Tan.
But here
Yeah.
you'll get like you've been
It's
working a
different,
lot.
which is actually
Dual.
good because Indonesian doesn't like to go overseas to get the same weather as I don't
Yeah.
like to go to summer
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
places
that's
because
also
that's
like-
the interest part.
Of
Because
course.
the
Bec-
grass is always greener on the other
Yeah.
side, so that's why we want to have a cold winter, snow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for me, because we can try the new clothes, because in our city, in our country, we never wear the winter clothes.
Yeah.
So
It's summer
it's
all year
so
long.
interesting.
fun.
You know, when I studied in Japan, I had a lot of friends from Indonesia and Malaysia.
Mhm.
And then when it was snowing there during the winter
They wear
time,
flip flops.
yeah, no, they were flip flops. They were wearing the flip flops and they were playing snowballs.
Mhm.
You know, and I was like, guys, it's cold outside. Like, just get into the room. But they were so excited about this because the weather, like everywhere, is different.
We're
And
from a cold place.
yeah,
When I was studying in Beijing, we'll just have warm.
God.
I know what to wear.
Yeah.
But then Indonesians,
Mhm.
they'll walk around with flip flops. Like it's super cool.
Yep.
I don't know what's the thing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Why do you guys wear flip flops during winter time? Please. Now I have the chance to ask.
yeah.
Well,
Because we are very simple simple people.
Very
It's
easy to please,
comfortable.
actually.
Yeah, and the,
So easy to please. You
Yeah.
just dumb Indonesian shopping, eating good food. That's it.
Another huge topic is people.
Yeah.
I think we are going towards the people
Okay.
because, well, every time I meet Indonesian, Malaysian people, they're super open-minded. They're super funny, and then they always smile.
Yeah.
That's the
Very kind.
greatest thing about it. Every time I go on our some parks and I interview some people, and they're also like people from Indonesia and Malaysia. And every time I ask them, they never, they never quit. They never no, I don't have time or anything. No, they always smile. What's the
In
thing
general,
behind
quality
it?
of people is good.
No, you don't smile?
Well, no, I think this is something that our people have to work
Yeah,
on.
the whole post-Soviet Union, this region, I don't know what's the problem with us.
Yeah.
We're generally happy, but we walk around, people say that you guys look, angry.
Yeah, you look like cold, and then the cold
You do too,
attitude.
yeah. Like it's really easy to spot one of us.
Uh-huh.
Like I'll go and I'll see definitely that's one of us. It's probably somewhere around because you cannot guess he's a Kazakh because we have I think around 130 minorities here, ethnicities. I mean, in the country. So it's really hard to find, but you can see from the way they walk, the way they look at you,
And dressed up.
something. Yeah, like you can definitely tell he's from a post-Soviet Union country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you can also spot the Indonesian. They're smiling and they're happy.
Ah.
Just happy. They don't care, man.
That's good. That's good.
Happy go lucky.
Yeah.
But we need to learn.
Have you
try.
noticed that thing, by the way, while walking somewhere around?
Like people with
yeah.
straight.
Yeah, straight face, just
So
poker face.
far-
Whole face.
Oh, well, to be honest, I don't see any people with a sour face at all here. I might be with a good company, but never.
yeah, I did
Did you?
once.
You did?
Yeah,
Where?
once in the
I
cab.
don't tell.
Oh, in the cab.
In the
Oh,
cab.
yeah, see, tell your cab driver to.
Yeah, the cab
humor.
driver. It's just like
Well, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
not
but
his
this-
best time probably.
yeah, but probably because
Probably it's
he
getting
doesn't
cold.
speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because of
snow.
that.
For snow,
First now.
which we were excited
Yeah,
about.
because I think because of the weather range we have, the climate range here, people have to prepare themselves for a colder season,
Yep.
for winter.
This is
and
like transition time.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
just like this is like really
Autumn.
weird times in Kazakhstan, to be honest. We gotta change the winter tires. We gotta get
a lot of things.
You're
Warmer
dressed too
clothes,
warm.
yeah.
You walk inside the shopping mall, it's hot. You walk out, it's cold, and then your kids getting sick for no reason. It's a lot of things bother
Yeah.
us.
But the greatest time for mountain hiking and the mountain tourism, I guess, because now the skiing season is going to start. So if you ever visited Shumbulak Mountain Resort,
Nope.
no,
Tomorrow we'll
Tomorrow,
go.
yeah.
you have plans
Yeah.
to visit. Yeah, that's the greatest time right now.
Yeah,
I mean, the
yeah.
skiing season is going to start, and then you're going to see this white there. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Is that the largest? The largest and the highest in
Highest.
Asia.
Yeah.
Sky ring.
You'll see a lot of tourists actually. I've seen a lot of tourists come to Almaty, but they don't enter the city. They just drive straight to the mountain resort, and then they stay there 10 days, and then they don't even see the city.
I
They go
guess
shopping
they
for
just
less
rent
than-
some houses
Yeah.
there. They stay there, and then they spend a whole their
I didn't know
holidays.
that before.
Not only winter, but I think the fall, which I came right away, it's such a dreamy kind of scene, for us. Because we
All
don't have a
yellow.
4 seasons. And for me as a
Yeah.
photographer, fall is the most beautiful season
Amazing.
because, when you capture, it's
Me too.
like...
I like
That's cool. That's cool.
It's very romantic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have a
Yeah.
question about you visiting like 46 countries. That's a huge experience, like
Yeah.
traveling. How do you usually do your research about countries, or do you plan your trip beforehand? Do you have any
Okay.
tips for the
I used to be a
Travelers.
very hardcore landscaper. That means I go taking photo in the mountains, in the sea. So I go by season. So I will go. It's like a trance. Whenever like it's going to winter, then I go to snowy places. If it's spring, then I go to maybe Italy, whatever. And summer, of course, I go to the beach resort.
Okay.
But nowadays, I don't go by that again because of the trend in the social media going into video. So whenever I have a major assignment, let's say I'm going to the States, then from there I will go somewhere around.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really go by season anymore,
Yeah. Yeah.
but by the destination itself.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
So
That's cool. And what about the most impressing sightseeings that you had? Maybe what, like comparatively to Kazakhstan, something you saw here that impressed you that you've never seen anywhere before, and maybe something you've seen outside, like in other countries. Could you
Okay.
like remember anything?
Okay, if it's that question, honestly, I've seen a lot of nice places, but that makes me hard to answer.
Yeah.
But this place is like equal to whatever I think is the best places. For example, the lake yesterday, is it Kosai? That I
Ayusai
went.
and Kindi.
It's like very similar to in
Kaindu.
Canada, you know, like in Italy, in Dolomites. And also the canyon, Shern Canyon, definitely is like similar to Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon,
And
yeah.
also in some parts of Al Ula in Saudi Arabia that I've been. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys have so much potential. I mean,
Wow.
like I've been here for 4 days, so don't take really my,
Yeah.
but it does truly impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, as a person who's been to so many countries, and then I think this is the main difference between you and between the traveler who just starts his journey. You know, because at the first glance you can like understand whether it's good and whether it's bad by comparing. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, how many countries you've been to?
Man, I wasn't ready for that question. Probably 15, 16.
I've been to 16 countries. Too.
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
Well, a few countries in Europe. And,
Yeah. The last country I've been to was Algeria. I just brought my wife from there.
Well, yeah, but also an Algerian, so yeah. he didn't find wife in Almaty, so he traveled to Algeria to find one.
Oh God.
Come to Indonesia, come.
You guys, definitely you have to come to Indonesia because you'll be amazed as I do when I'm here. I mean, like I guarantee, right? Gillian?
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah,
We will.
Really?
Yeah.
Hopefully, we will
Yeah.
definitely. It's in the bucket list. I've never been to Bali,
And
but,
it's super affordable as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've checked. I've got some safe places
You
in
get
Airbnb.
so many
and-
segments, you know,
Yeah.
whatever you want to.
I have a not South, Eastern Asia journey that I'm planning to do. It starts from South Korea and then goes to Hong Kong, and then from Hong Kong it goes to
I'm not going with you.
Thailand, and then Malaysia, and then Indonesia, and then Philippines.
Who are you taking
You
there?
know, because they don't require a visit to any other countries, and that's
great.
the most beautiful thing about like you can just have the whole trip. You know.
Yeah. You know, and actually, for the past 10 years, I was like focusing so much on Europe, UK, America. But then this year, I started to focus back on Asia, where
Wow.
my roots are,
Wow.
because I've never been for the, past 10 years. So I've been to Japan, Thailand, and Vietnam recently. And I was really like thinking, what was I doing back in, Mexico? And this is all here. I mean, the Asian surface is the best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that.
That's true.
So yes, and I think if you ask me again, what would be the improvement for you? Maybe to standardize and generalize the the SOP for hospitality. Yeah, whether it's a hotel, it's a tour agency, or whatever.
So keep the standards of the world.
Yes.
Like just
Yeah.
general
Yeah.
standards.
And
Yeah,
it can be practiced.
Yeah.
I have a question though. Like, do you guys like when you travel by yourself, without like accompanying the company, right? Anything like that? When you travel by yourself, where do you prefer to stay? Whether at hostels or hotels, or do you like trip your journey beforehand? Like, there's some accommodations that you can rent. How do you plan?
Depends
It depends.
Depends on the budget.
Airbnb
But-
and booking.
Yeah, but one thing, I think the most experience thing that I get from the trip is to stay in some local house in the city. Yeah, in the
Local host.
city. Yeah,
Like a guest house.
Yeah, it's the guest house in the local home, so I can feel
The vibe.
like locals.
Wow.
Yeah, stay there like in the
I tried that,
night.
but they don't like my kids. Every time I try to stay in the guest house, they're like, no.
Yeah. You got
Oh.
kids?
Yeah,
No.
my kids just keep them outside. We don't
Yeah.
need no Kazakh kids. That's what they say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about that, kids also, you have to segmentize also family traveler,
man,
Yeah.
that's
family,
crazy.
solo,
That's
It's
true.
very difficult,
couples,
actually.
Yeah.
group of friends. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, for me, I will stay in the hotel most of the time.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, like Delia, I also like to experience the local,
Yeah.
hospitality. I
Absolutely.
mean, I don't mind. I stay in one cabin in Sati by myself, and I've never feel any safer.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
it's great.
Yeah.
Because I share the stories to my audience,
Yeah.
so I have to try to be a local.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
To to let them
to let them feel like they following they in the journey, like to
That's
make them
amazing.
feel like that.
I had a friend from Japan who visited Kazakhstan, and then in the program they had a part where they experienced the homestay,
Yeah.
and we invite them to our houses, and then we give them the opportunity to stay a day or 2 days at our houses, at our home. So then they were like really impressed. Like first thing that impressed Japanese people is that we have such big houses. The area and then the inside. Like they just got impressed. Like why do you need so much space?
Yeah,
Like,
you're right, man.
yeah, and then this is something that incomparable. I think getting them to experience the real life.
Yeah.
Yes. We got a lot to learn, man. Still.
Yeah.
That's true.
The thing is, I really want to try is to stay in the your
Yurt.
traditional.
Yurt, yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yurt.
Yeah.
The hut, you mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they call, but we call it yurt.
Yurt.
I think
Yurts.
it's the same in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really
this
want
is
to try
like
that.
ethno-tourism, ethno-villages. I think this is one of the things that we have to put focus on because that's something that kind of differentiates us from others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. That's your signature and your
Absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely. And any other foreigner would be glad to experience that.
Yeah.
Honestly, can you imagine that somewhere in the mountains they have a yurt, they have horses,
Yeah.
all this traditional ethnic stuff.
Youth also with a touch of luxury, like maybe you have a
Wow.
view, and infinity pool. Wow, that would be
Yeah.
great.
But if
Yeah,
someone,
yeah.
Elvin did that.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elvin has a showroom, I think, somewhere.
Okay, all right.
You can search on Google.
Yeah.
It's
For a luxury segment.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
For
as-
luxury segment.
It's like a once in a lifetime experience,
Yeah.
because now people looking for experience.
Yeah.
It's no longer sightseeing, shopping, but it's something that they will remember about.
Yeah.
Well, everything's about feel,
Yeah.
feel
The
now.
feel is
Yeah.
the feel.
The core
And also,
memory.
Yeah.
You want to make
All
core
right.
memory.
That's cool. That's cool.
See.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. What you say, Madi? ain't got
I
any
would
questions
say
anymore.
I would say to any viewer who's watching us, try to travel a lot.
Yeah.
Just travel a lot. I mean,
Yep.
money is something.
Money will come back.
Money will come
Yeah.
back. Experience a lot.
Your time
Share your
once.
emotions. If you have a chance, try to share your emotions on social media because, well, there are still a lot of people who are not able to travel and who are not
Yeah.
able to experience all that. At least you can share those emotions.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah,
with
yeah.
them. Yeah. I
Exactly.
think that's probably something that inspires you and motivates you to do also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Collect
For the
moments,
young,
not material
collect
things.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you wish to our viewers, to our subscribers, guys?
Yes.
Um,
Before you say bye.
well, thank you so much for listening to us, and I wish you have a travel more, and just come to Kazakhstan
Great.
and Almaty.
This is not live, right?
No,
it's not
no.
bad, it's not
It's
bad.
okay. You can go.
Yeah, don't worry about
Yeah. Maybe I have one suggestion
Yeah.
for the Almaty tourism board.
Mhm.
All right.
Maybe do you guys have a documentation service here? Yeah, because in Indonesia, we provide the documentation service. So I think maybe for Zhanar, this is for the agency especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the documentation service I think is the important to raise the guest,
Oh, okay.
the tourists, because yeah,
To simplify
you-
everything, yeah, like
yeah, because not everyone can have a good sense in taking a composition of the video, photo.
Yeah.
Not everyone can make a good content, but
Mhm.
if you provide a documentation services, I think not only blogger, but
Any other
any other people
would be
can
fine.
influence, at least for their closest one,
Yeah,
to influence more to come
Mhm.
here.
that's cool.
Well,
That's cool.
you know, your opinions are like super important
Yeah.
to us. So, you know,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
definitely
you guys.
We'll probably note
consider.
them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you
for
Christina.
having
Thank you
us.
so much. That was
Yeah,
great to talk to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Meeting you
much. It's
guys.
been an
Same
honor.
here.
I
Yeah, it's
hope
an
you
honor.
guys will come back.
Yeah,
You finally get
definitely,
to
yeah.
stay in a guest house,
Yeah.
in a good one.
Yeah. I prefer to stay in the what I call yacht.
Yurt.
The
Yurt.
Yeah.
If you don't find one, let me know. I'll find you a yurt.
Okay.
And
Get mine?
Me
You're
and
not
Nomadic
mine?
will protect you outside.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Great.
See you at the next episodes of Jetil Podcast. Goodbye.